Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Scott, Professor O, coming through the dose that good. Yo, come everywhere like broken glass. I am around like a circle. Anyway, anyhow, let's get down to this round now. Today, I want to talk about know your worth. All right. Ooh, excuse me. I don't even know where to begin with this. Like, literally. Why? Because when you know your worth, you have a great sense and understanding about who you are. And the reason why I say a great sense and understanding about who you are is because we're a consistently growing process. You're consistently learning, and if you're not learning, you're dying. So please choose a direction, and hopefully it's the prior, not the latter. Learn, 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 learn. The more you learn, the more you'll be able to earn. The more you'll be able to earn, the more you'll be able to. Couldn't find a word with it. Well, anyway, I think you get it. But you will definitely have a good trajectory where you're going. Your trajectory will increase, and you'll be going on the upward at all given times. But you have to know your worth, and in order to know your worth, you have to have an understanding about who you are, how you are, why you are. Simple. You hear me say that a lot nowadays, but literally that's kind of like the basis of understanding the core of who you are, or the core of yourself. Okay, I was going to say the core of who you are, but then there's the who you are, and then there's the why you are, and then there's how you are, right? So you want to get to understanding the core. Once you're understanding your core, then you'll be able to understand the branches that stem from the core and etc. so forth thereof, right? All right, I digress. No long winded. Anyway, anyhow, let's get down to this round now. Today, you know I got the handy dandy notebook up in the spot. Please do not make it hot. Who writes in script? Clearly your boy still does. Don't hate me because you ate me. Maybe you need levitate. I meditate, never deviate, devastate. Appreciate, yes, hate, no. You know I got that flow and I always got that glow. Never slow and always on go. And we're going to keep this thing on the road. Can you dig what I'm saying? I think you can. Anyway, anyhow, let's get down to this round now. Knowing your worth has everything to do with the trajectory of your success. And yes, it does. Why? Because when you know who you are, why you are, how you are, you know what to accept and what not to accept. You know, with some things I gotta take this to the chase, but then you gotta also realize, nah, that's not something I can agree to. That's not something I'm budgeting on. I'm not settling on that. It's not. No way. God says I'm more than a conqueror. I'm a chosen people, a royal priesthood. You want to be settled for some sucker shit? Yeah, I don't even. Nah, I gotta take that to the farm with that one. You know what I'm saying? We're bugging out. What? I digress. You gotta understand your worth, right? You understand, then you'll start to understand your trajectory. Because you understand. I digress. I'm about to get into other points, and that's why I write these things down. Anyway, anyhow, let's continue down this round now, right? The beautiful thing about knowing your worth is that there's always someone who can see even more potential than you can. And I love that. I really do. Because when you're around genuine individuals and when you're around genuine souls and life forms that see the potential, because when you're around genuinity, if that's a word, I'm pretty sure it is. If there's authenticity, then there's genuinity. Is genuinity a word? I don't know. But we're going to flow with it. Let's just say when you're around those who are genuine. All right, yeah, let's slow it up. When you're around those who are genuine and they're literally able to, and you're sharing, equal experiences, etc., so forth to life, you'll be around individuals that'll be able to truly see into you, and they'll be able to understand your potential, and they can see where you can go, like your possibilities. Literally can, even more than you can, because they're seeing it from a different angle. They're seeing from a different perspective. Remember, anytime we're having a conversation, all of our past experiences and all of the others parties' past experience, all amount up to that single exchange or that single meet. And they're able to see things like I'm able to see things in others, and others are able to see things in me that the carrier of those things may not be able to see because they're looking from a different point of perspective. They're looking from the perspective of the owner instead of the consumer. Well, those that are able to consume and look and see and able to really enjoy life, literally, when those who truly enjoy life, they have a very wide and broad vision when it comes to potential, because it's so exponential and it's so limitless. A lot of their vision has been clouded, and if it has been clouded before, they unclogged it, cleaned it up, and understand what it is to have a clear vision of potential, and especially seeing in others that they appreciate or love and like, whatever the case may be. It's a very beautiful thing. We're continuing down this round, right? Let's keep it going. This also sets a standard and builds a mental radar of what you will settle for and what your aim is. It literally does, because it sets that standard and makes that radar tick and go off and be like, all right, yeah, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? This is something I want. And you be like, you know what? nah, this ain't for me. This ain't it. This ain't hitting right. You know what I'm saying? And you never ever have to be a dickhead about it. Just be like, I ain't selling that. Fuck all that shit. Nah, you don't gotta be a dickhead about it. Just be like, yeah, this just isn't for me. You know what I mean? Especially if you are in sales, etc., so forth. Like, you'll understand exactly what you're doing, etc., so forth. And especially being a salesman, when you're being offered, when you're serving the community or serving any type of customer. Because you always hear customers say like, oh, you know what? I don't know, man. I can get it over there. Or, I could do this, that, and the third. And what I used to say when I was in sales, the case may be like, you know what? You're right. So maybe we're not a good match. Maybe this isn't a fit for you, etc., so forth, right? Because at the same time, I know the quality of what I'm bringing. And I know the quality and how much time I put in, and I'm able to refine it to the point where I'm very proud of what I have. Now, I don't have pride in it, but I'm proud of the making of it. So you're not going to be able to deter or detriment the value of what I'm carrying. So anytime I dealt with anybody that wasn't trying to understand exactly what I'm bringing and the benefit of what it is and who's bringing it to them, well, that's fine. You have your opinion. Maybe this isn't a good match, or maybe this isn't for you. You know what I'm saying? Because this is not, this is high quality that I'm presenting to you. This is the S-class situation that you're dealing with here. Very upper echelon, definitely is. So when you're trying to undermine it or cheapen it or lower the value or detriment the value of what's been accrued or what I put into it, maybe it isn't a good fit. That's all. It's not a good fit. Maybe we're not a match, etc., so forth. And you move forward. I would never say that you're wrong for having your opinion, but I'm never going to accept what your opinion brings to the table of what I've worked on, because I know what it's worth. I know what I'm worth. I know what it is. Simple and plain. And you just leave it at that. No more, no less. Continuing on. Oh yes. Remember, if you settle for on your standards, you're only disappointing yourself. When you settle on your standards, you're only disappointing yourself. Reason being, because when you have standards and you're not budging and you're not moving from it, you're going to go through a very, very rough patch, because at the same time, you're going to have to go without. And when you're going without, you're literally having faith in knowing that your standards may be met. Now, this isn't for the astronomical individuals that's looking at it. It's like the head is always, a real space case here. We're not dealing with those individuals. We're dealing with individuals who are understanding of the realism of the situation. Not dealing with those that are like, you know what? This ain't it, man. I'm gonna just have to get this. It's understand, like, you know what? This ain't a match right now. I can't take that because it's not what I want. It's not what I need at this current situation. I'm not accepting anything less than it, etc., so forth. I'm going for the golden. Simple as that, especially me personally speaking, because gold is in my name. So why wouldn't I go for anything more than or equaling out to that? It's just what it is. But I always suggest, always know what your standards are, know what your style is, and understand that those who does settle or who do settle, or who takes that leap or takes that type of step, they really won't understand exactly where you're coming from, because they'll be like, oh, this guy's picky, or he's spoiled, or he's right, whatever the case may be. You won't be able to understand where I'm coming from the situation, because the time that it takes to be able to accrue that type of perspective is equally to the point of not settling. And a lot of individuals don't understand that because they never even put the time in to get to that point, or they settled and then now that point was never actually reached. So you got to understand exactly what you're doing. So it would be a lot of alone time and a lot of no's, etc., so forth. But never give up hope, because why? Because faith is the substance of things hoped for. Keep the faith. It will all work out. It has no choice. All right, let's continue on. Yes, be cautious of those who consistently settle. They don't have a minimum or a maximum. They'll take whatever they can get every time. And I mean that every single time. And that's when you deal with individuals like, whatever you got. You know what I mean? I used to call them fiends in the marketplace. And then when you're dealing with those experienced in that situation, those are very experienced sellers. His name was, I won't say his whole name, it's called Mr. Carter. And he was very senior when it came to it. And he used to always say, you never need to do any work. You let the greed do the work. Why? Because a lot of individuals, they're greedy in itself, and they have larceny in their hearts. So when they have these things, their nature will be shown and it'll always be revealed. So you just let it go. Let the greed do the work. You don't have to do anything. Let them do the work. And these are individuals that really don't have no minimum. They don't have a maximum. They just have a a gluttonous attitude. And they're just looking to take whatever they can get, whatever it is they're having, then they'll just, whatever it is. It is what it is. And you never sit here to judge in these situations because you don't know what others have been through to ever get to that point. What I am saying is you kind of want to stay away from those individuals because those are not the ones that'll be able to complement this form of perspective. I digress, all right? Let's keep moving forward. Let's see what we have here. You'll meet the same folks there because there are folks who also didn't settle. Really realize this. I love this too. I'm gonna say this one more time. You'll meet the same folks just as you there because there are folks who don't settle as well. There are those out there who have the same similar steadfast mindset. And there'll be those that won't settle. They didn't budge. They didn't move on it, and they got their rewards from it. Now it may have took time, it may have took effort, etc., so forth. But anything worth it they'll take that. That's what it takes. Like you have to put in, like, think about it. Like remember, anybody, especially when you go to the gym, and you're seeing individuals that are putting in the time, they're putting in the effort. And they're doing these amazing feats of strength and endurance and overall good form and exercise. You got to realize they didn't settle for where they were started at or their midpoint. They kept going. And then they got to the point where they're able to do these amazing feats. So never settle. And then you'll meet the same individual who didn't settle, and then they'll be able to help and compliment. Such a beautiful thing, right? I know. Oh yeah, is that it? Yeah, that's it. Again, this message is for the adept out there, for the master, the expert, the proficient, efficient, self-efficient. The one that's always doing it and never losing it, that's growing, is growing at all times. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. And remember, speak good, do good, see good. When it is good, it's all good, can you dig it? And for the haters out there that love looking at your boy, make sure you look at my good side because you know that I'm sexy. Can you dig what I'm saying? I think you can. Peace, love, and light. I'll see you guys in the next video.